Some people get tired of looking at the same old stuff every day. You know, some people don't realize you're locked inside of a box. That box is old and tired, man. It's old and tired, you know what I mean? Like I said, this is the night of the living dead. You know? Some of the stuff that be on my mind, I can't even really say, because sometimes I don't even really understand what I be saying. But that's the comprehension of God. Don't expect to be able to understand God in a box. You really think that you can understand God when you believe in a box? The box of beliefs? There's certain things you gotta do to reach a higher understanding of God. I'm sorry. It's certain things you gotta do. And sometimes some people do those things and then they express how they feel to other people, not really needing a response back, but they just put it out there. Like, yo, that's what it is. You know what I mean? And however people respond to it, that's just how they respond to it. But some people just are here to cause a bunch of controversy, not bad controversy, but just to cause people to think on some other type time, you know? On some beautiful chaos type time. We want to bring a beautiful chaotic time. And we don't really see chaos as a bad thing. We see it as a rebirth of something new. Or a cleansing. You know? A final stage. A get ready, it's on and popping type thing, you know? Not saying that the things of old wouldn't still fascinate people. But it's just so... I mean... It's only quick. It's there and then it's gone. You know? You want to do stuff that's just going to last forever. You know? Last. So you won't have to keep, like, needing something else to fill your empty space in your spirit, you know? Everything that God talks about is to last forever. Everything the devil, which is really still God, talks about is only for a moment. It's only but a moment. The devil's reign is only for a moment. Everything the devil represents is only for a moment. No matter what you're talking about, you know? The frequencies that the devil represent are only for a second. And then you're like, okay, what's next? This is a what's next world. Who's coming up next? What's next? If certain brothers come up, they're going to stay on. They're going to stay on. And there's no such thing as being at the top of nothing. The top doesn't even exist. It's just you keep going and going and going and going and going. There's no final destination. You know? There's no the best on top. On top of what? You're on top of the next man, the next man that comes out that's better than you. You know what I mean? What is that? What is it? It's a reach. I call it the grand reach. The brand new reach. Because you always reaching, man. Like, everything that you represent that's creative is infinite. It goes on. It don't stop. So, who's stopping? Ain't nobody stopping. Stopping what? Does the word stop even exist? That is really God right there. But in order to get to that, in order to get to that, those attributes of God, you have to really, you know, reach inside of your spirit and go down in your spirit and look for those capabilities. Straight up. So it is the Energizer Bunny. It keeps going on and on and on and on. And I don't think brothers, me, or the new brothers I kick it with, or the old brothers I kick it with some brand new brothers, but the old brothers I represent, they still don't stop. So you think the brothers and new brothers I kick it with, they not going to stop neither. You know? Creation is an ongoing process. It's always going. But the thing is that when someone brings something out, it's gonna cause a bunch of like chaos, and you know, people ain't gonna be able to like control this bang. Like I said, it's just some people that just want to cause up, that's got so much life inside of them Not that they want to cause it, but it's just gonna happen. That's life right there, and it's like boom, and everybody like, oh yeah, son, you hot, son, yeah, you hot. You know what I mean? I don't want to be confined in what's already out there. You know, that's what I say creation is, to create a new path for yourself. You know, what else can I do out there? It's the same old bullcrap, man. Like I'm not gonna really, I'm not the type of dude that really be cursing neither. Like I used to be, but like I said, my life is basically about me moving into the next stage of life and eliminate the old way that I used to be. So you might see me say stuff or do things that might not be really in your definition God like. That's what I said, your definition of God, you know, because there's really no separation. So you gotta break it down for people so they can understand it. Well, we're brothers in Christ, you know, we are brothers in Christ, you know, but you have to connect with people through the restrictions that they only know. They only know these standards of God, so you have to connect with them in order to reach them, and then you bring them up. So you really don't have anything to prove to anybody. You just do. Sometimes you just do, you know. But it's gonna keep going on and on and on forever. So whatever you do, man, don't stop. And do it to perfection. Do it to the best of your ability. Because anything that comes from the spirit eliminates anything else that's not down with it. You know, you create your best, whatever you creating, when you at your best. But you at your worst moment, you know, you really not creating the best of yourself when you really down and out and not feeling good about yourself, you know. You're just gonna connect with those people that don't feel like they anything. It's the only people you're gonna connect to. But if you at your best, you're gonna connect with the people that are at their best all the time. Life is all about being at the best. I don't think there's no such thing as great anything. Everybody's great, you know, when you lift your brother up next to you. We all great together, you know. That's if greatness even existed. Does it exist? Does it? Because greatness is even greater than great. It's beyond it. It's just a word, you know. Brothers be wanting to create their own words, make up their own language. It's like, dang, son, what is you on? I don't know. You know what I mean? Only time will tell. Only time will tell what he on. You know? Tick tock, you don't stop. But like I said, man, they be like, are you hearing from God or what? How can you hear from God when you represent God? You know, your spirit is a part of God. So they make it seem like it's something separate that you have to go and try to do. Well, I have to go and try to hear from God. Like God is outside of you, you know? Everything you do is a part of God. That is God. But we don't recognize our authority that we have with God. I think that's what it is. We don't recognize our own authority. You know? We don't realize what we've already done with the world already that represents God already. So if you're hearing from God and you're hearing from the so-called devil that doesn't really exist, when Christ said, get thee behind me, Satan, he said, get behind me as move out of the way and get behind me, because you are not anything, you're not no entity away from me. I'm greater than you. I run you, basically. I created you. You are under my subjection. So God and the devil are the same. And then God said, I won't even deal with the devil. I'm gonna let my son deal with him. You know what I mean? That's how great God is, where he like, I'm gonna let my son deal with the devil. Because, you know, that's just all it is, you know? You can't even bang with God. The devil, what is the devil? Nothing. Lived and he's over, you know? They lived and then they were gone. Only but a moment. Only but a moment. I'm out.